Okay, I wanted to start a new series where I read stories that I've never read and get my full 100% authentic reaction. Okay, so first one. My grandma left me a house, but one room could never be opened. Already know. Like, have you seen any scary movie ever? When my grandma died, she left me everything: her old farmhouse, the land, every piece of furniture. But in her will, there was one strange rule: do not open the red door. Did we say red? Okay, whatever happens, I'm expecting it because red door, don't open the red door. Great advice, Grandma. Thank you for leaving me this haunted ass house. Thank you. No, in this economy, give me a haunted house. I will ignore the red door. Naturally, I opened it. My grandma lived alone for almost 30 years. Everyone in town knew her. She baked cookies for the neighbors, planted flowers every spring, and never locked her front door. Why would you never lock your front door? I don't care where I'm at, I'm locking my door. When she passed away at 92, I inherited the house. While cleaning, I noticed something I'd never paid attention to as a kid. At the end of the upstairs hallway was a bright red door. No handle, just an old brass keyhole. We already know. How'd you never notice this, by the way, until you inherited the house? Did you never go over to your grandma's? Were you one of those mean grandkids who never went over unless it was Christmas time so they could get presents? The letter. Inside the paperwork from the lawyer was a handwritten note. It simply said, "If you read this, I'm gone. The key is in the..." What? Okay, if you read this, I'm gone. The key is in the blue teapot. I hope you're stronger than I was. Okay, so you're gonna tell her, don't open the door. By the way, here's the key to open the door. It's like $1 million behind the door. I'd open the door. I might peek through the keyhole though, real quick. Alright, I found the key exactly where she said, then the lock clicked instantly. The door creaked open. Inside wasn't a bedroom or attic, a perfectly preserved office. Dust covered everything except one chair. It looked like someone had been sitting there recently. Every wall was covered in photographs, hundreds of them. Every birthday, every Christmas, every graduation. Pictures of me, pictures of my parents, pictures of neighbors. Some were taken through windows. Okay, getting weird. That's weird. This is weird. Okay. Some were taken through window. Ugh, that's just so weird. Some from across the street, some from angles that shouldn't have been possible. I just read a little bit past it. I'm scared. Then I noticed something terrifying. The newest photo. It was taken 2 weeks ago, after my grandmother had died. Hell no. I don't know what's going on, but I'm out of there, dude. I don't care how old I am. I'm calling my parents. Come pick me up at my grandma's old house. Because there's no way. Behind a bookshelf, I found another key. This one opened the basement. Oh, God. This is like... It doesn't take a genius. It really doesn't. This one opened the basement. Hidden behind old shelves was a tiny, dark room filled with developing chemicals. Someone had been printing photos recently. I have a little house guest that you don't know about. There was even fresh coffee sitting on the counter. Huh. That's not okay. That's scary. Calling the police. Yeah. If I did go in the room, immediately calling the police. Police searches a property, no forced entry. Well, they've probably been living there, it sounds like. No fingerprints except mine and my grandmother's. The detective thought maybe someone had broke in at her after the funeral. Then he looked at the last photograph. It showed us standing in the kitchen talking. Only minutes before I found the room, the picture had been taken from inside the house. An elderly neighbor finally admitted something. Every Friday night for decades, a man would quietly visit my grandmother. Nobody knew who he was. Nobody ever asked. He always left before sunrise. Grandma got a little secret hookup, okay? Get some of that dusty old puh. Police eventually identified him. He wasn't a stalker. He wasn't a criminal. He was my grandmother's first love. Oh, never mind. Well, that's still creepy though, actually. Bruh. She's going crazy. He was my grandmother's first love. They had secretly stayed friends for over 60 years after life pulled them. Ugh! After life pulled them apart. He had become a professional photographer. Every week he visited to scan old memories and add new ones to the collection. When she died, he couldn't bring himself to stop. Scary. He couldn't bring himself to stop. The final pictures were simply his way of preserving the family she always talked about. When the police contacted him, he handed over every negative and quietly said she was afraid everyone would forget. I'm so confused. Because this dog won't stop. Okay, so my question. Would you be creeped out or honored? Personally, creeped out. This old man I don't know has been taking pictures of me and my family and is in the house for like years. No, I'm creeped out. Okay, why did the grandma say, you have to be stronger than I am then? There was like no point to that. That was just to what? Get us scared? Because it got me scared. Got me really scared. What do you mean don't open the door? Like, bum ass ending. I'm gonna rate every story. So this one, I'm gonna rate on like overall and then scariness. Overall, it was okay. It was like a 6.5 out of 10. I mean, it was fine. Scariness, I was scared for a while. So I'd say it was like an 8 out of 10 on scariness. Comment what you would do and like and subscribe. Thank you.